First question's from Kirsten Watson. Go ahead.
Hey, Cody. Dave has kind of shared with us just that he's felt that you're progressing well, doing some jogging in the weight room. How are you feeling, and what does this rehab kind of look like?
It's just a slow process. It's more so pain tolerance at this point. I've just been in the training room, been working out. Can't really, do much until the bone necessarily heals, which takes, I don't really know. It depends on each person. But, once that bone heals up, from what I've been told, is that you're ready to go from there. So I've been hitting in the cage and, playing catch every day just so I'm staying baseball ready. So once my bone is good to go, I'm ready to play. And
is going to alternate sites something that either has been discussed with you just to kind of take some at bats and get some live reps? Is that something that you'd be interested in?
Oh yeah, we had a discussion about it a few days ago. I was going to see how my swing feels. I plan on hitting batting practice today outside for the first time, so that's pretty exciting. But I don't think a few at bats is going to hurt me before I get called up. But it's just going to depend on how I feel. I feel really good right now, so it's good progress.
I'm glad to hear. Thanks.
Next question's from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Hey, Cody, when did you kind of go from this is just a bruise to maybe it's worse than that? When did you realize that?
Yeah, so first MRI didn't show anything. There's a lot of inflammation in there. And the next day after I did it, the next morning was pretty rough. But I got the MRI, said it's just, bruising and swelling. And it's just pain tolerance from there. And so I progressed pretty good the first few days. And then when I started to do some activity, there was like some sharp pain going on. And I'm like, I don't think that this is, just some bruising and swelling. I think there's something else going on. I hope it is, hopefully it's just painful, but I ended up getting a CT scan and it showed a little fracture in it. So it made sense to what I was feeling and the jogging and the running and everything. So now it's just, the rehab honestly is the same. It's all pain tolerance. I just got to wait for that bone to heal and then I'm ready to go.
Yeah, obviously you dealt with the shoulder stuff during the off season. I guess just how's it been, kind of being off and being on and being off again? Is it just been frustrating? Has it been, you kind of just roll with it? How's it been?
It's definitely frustrating. It's not fun. It's honestly extremely boring. It sucks with COVID. I can't, watch the game from the dugout either. So I'm just ready to get healthy, man, and play. I miss it a lot.
Do you have a goal for a return date?
A what? A
goal.
Oh, a goal for a return date. I can't put like a return date on it. It's just because once it heals, I'm ready to go. It's a super strange thing. Talked to a few people that have had it. They said that you'll wake up one day and it'll be like, oh, I'm ready to run. So it's just one of those things.
Thank you.
Next question's from Dave Vasse. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cody, you mentioned the pain tolerance is a part of this. How painful is it right now for you?
Some activities is it's a hard feeling to explain. I can walk perfectly fine. I can hit without any like pain. It's always noticeable that it's there, but it's not pain. But honestly, every day is getting better. It's just a slow process. There's nothing really that I can do to heal the bone faster.
So until the bone heals, are you allowed to run, or are you just doing the anti-gravity? And Dave had mentioned you're running in the pool. Is that kind of a sign that you may be close once we start to see you run on the field?
I think so. Yeah, it's like what I do doesn't hurt it. I can't hurt it worse unless I get like kicked again or hit with a baseball in the same spot, So just waiting for it to, feel good enough to play again.
Does it hurt when you run? Is that when you feel the sharp pains that you were describing?
Yeah, it's definitely uncomfortable.
Thank you.
Next question's from Bill Plunkett. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, Cody, you said you talked to a few people who have had this kind of an injury. Who'd you talk to?
Actually, my trainer has been through it. He went through it in college. The timetable is lining up to what he remembers. And, obviously all the doctors that are doctors and the trainers, they're all on the same page with me. And it's just one of those, it's such a weird injury where it's not weight bearing. So it's just once like the swelling and the bruising and the fluid is out around the fracture, I should be good to go. That's what I
How difficult was it to watch the series in San Diego last weekend, and how badly did you want to be a part of that?
It sucked, man. I was actually out there for the first inning or two, and that's when I really realized that I shouldn't be out here because of COVID. You know what I mean? But I couldn't it was a fun atmosphere in San Diego. I wanted to go see a game under the lights again, and so I miss it a lot. I can't wait to get back playing again, man.
Thanks.
Next question from Rowan Kavner. Go ahead.
Hey, Cody, was the fracture, do you know if it was from getting like the spike, or was it the impact with the base? How surprised were you that was such a weird injury that you got a fracture out of it?
Yeah, I don't truly know. I think it was the combination of when I hit the base and then he cleated me at like the same time. I think it just put a lot of pressure on that bone on the outside. I truly don't know for sure. It's a weird injury, man. It's a weird injury. Unfortunate, but I'm rehabbing, I'm swinging, I'm playing catch, I'm staying ready, and hopefully it can turn here shortly.
Has it been any easier with the way like Taylor and McKinstry are playing and the team still winning to deal with it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that goes to show how deep we are as a team and how good we are as a team. I mean, we have such good baseball players on this team, so it's really fun to watch, and hopefully I can get out there and help when I'm healthy.
Thanks.
You got time for one more. Go ahead, Alden.
Hey, Cody, you dealt with some intermittent sort of shoulder issues before you ultimately got it surgically repaired recently. Obviously, like now Fernando Tatis Jr. has some issues with the shoulder, and I know it's not the exact same thing, but I'm wondering just sort of what it was like for you before you ultimately got it fixed, just what it was like sort of managing it, playing through it where it could sometimes sort of like pop in and out of place. I guess like it would have been 2019, right, when you had to manage it the most?
Yeah, I don't necessarily know exactly what he did compared to what I did. I just know that if it ever comes out, once you put it back in, the next few days are extremely sore and tight. Yeah, but like I said, I don't know exactly what he did, but I can picture what he's feeling, and you can definitely play through it. Definitely.
Did you have to sort of do anything extra to manage it that year, or you just went about your business normally?
No, I just went about my business normally. I mean, I do a shoulder program, so I guess that is taking care of it. Do it on both shoulders, kind of like a pitcher. They have their shoulder program. I kind of do the same thing, just to keep my shoulder strong and my scap strong.
Got it. Thanks, man.